Hey everybody. Wow. Hear me on the couch, just chilling after watching Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Oh my god, wasn't that a movie? I went last night with a good group of friends and we're all watching it together. We're crying our hearts out, laughing, singing along, dancing to the good old music, especially that banger at the end. Dog days. The camera should be like this. Yeah, dog days are over. Oh my god. I was not expecting that song and it just hit hard. Yeah, so spoiler filled review here with me on my couch. Let's not show that belly. Wow. What a change of pace everyone is saying. That this movie is unlike all other Marvel movies recently. Like the visual effects are stunning, the character growth is really something. James Gunn, the director of this movie, really cares about his characters and Rocket's backstory. Maybe there was some uh, uh, falls, faults in the editing at times, I've heard. And a lot of people don't seem to like Adam Warlock. Uh, at least the portrayal and his role in the movie. Uh, you know, watching it, it just got to a point where I'm so done with this guy. Like, he just causes trouble and mayhem, and it's so annoying at times. It's like, oh my god, it's like a child that's like trying to protect his mother, right? He makes lots of childish decisions, and he's like a child on steroids with like Homelander superpowers. Um, it's so he's basically invincible, um, like not entirely, but pretty much, because you see him get stabbed and then get knocked out from an explosion, and yeah. So Adam Warlock, not the highlight of the movie, so don't expect that. But everyone else really shines. Like Nebula has her great character moments, where Mantis was berating Nebula for like always being so critical of her and Drax, and that not everybody needs to be as efficient and useful, uh, and like good at fighting, right? Uh, no, so good character moments. I had a friend that was crying throughout the movie. Um, so bring your tissues, right? I was also getting uh, like emotional, or like I got tense at times, especially with the animals. This is a movie that you just gotta call PETA and and tell them how much animal abuse this space god is doing, right? But don't actually. PETA is a horrible organization. Um, yeah, there's not really not much controversy about that opinion. But we're talking about the Guardians, right? Yeah, just a nice send off, a nice change of pace in the Marvel mediocrity right now. So you should go watch it. Um, yeah, just banger soundtrack, good comedy, good emotional moments. Um, yeah, this was a very different movie experience for me personally. So now we're gonna go into my personal story. So if you don't really care, turn off the video. No, most movies I've watched, I've tried to look at it from a more intellectual perspective, right? Um, and I never really got into a movie and like tried to have fun with it and feel the emotional beats in the movie. And so that was different this time. Uh, whether it was because I was with a good group of people or the effects of cannabis, probably that. But I was just like, I was turning off my brain at times, trying to like think about this intellectually, and I just went into it ready to just be immersed in this environment and just get lost in it, and had a very fun time. So I recommend that, to not always uh, think so critically about movies, which, there's a time and place for it, but you just gotta do what you think is right for you. Um, so I don't know. I had fun with it. It was a fun time. Um, Two things I like notice, like I just pieced together at the end of the movie, is that so the first connection I made was that two of the guardians have died and been resurrected in some sort of manner. So first it was Groot, right? Groot died in the first movie, right? So spoilers for that movie. Um, and then like a twig of it was grown in a pot, and I'm pretty sure this is confirmed that this is a new Groot with his own uh, memories and emotions and personality aside from the original Groot. So that's the first character, and then the second character is Gamora, right? She died in Infinity War, and then she was brought back in Endgame through a alternate timeline, right? So two green characters, right? Which, green is a symbol of growth, right? So um, spring, uh, like having growth after death. So I guess there's that theme there. Oh, third point also, um, which I'll get to after the second point, is that in the last, so this movie and then the last movie that came out, Ant-Man Quantumania, in these two movies, there's the the main villain is a angry black man that has a god complex, right? So first it was Kang the Conqueror, right? That has a god complex of, existing at the end of time and wanting to maintain the sacred timeline, right? So uh, giving birth and destroying trillions of lives, right? And then you have this new villain, the High Evolutionary, who has a god complex of creating life and destroying life to perfect it, right? And they say in the movie that there's parts of the cosmos that view him as a living god. So I mean, I don't really know what to make about that, and I don't even know if like seeing it from like a racial perspective is necessary. Um, but it's definitely something we haven't really seen too much. Uh, so I guess it's like a sudden spike, right? I don't know. I'm not a person that's educated enough in all of that to have a honest, real, deep perspective on it. And then the third thing that I noticed in the movie is the religious themes that like, okay, so you have Adam, right? Like Adam and Eve. So Adam, the perfect man, uh, that got created uh, by this god figure, right? And then you have the Noah's Ark similarities of when the when the giant eye flies into like uh, the red cube, right? And everybody from the red cube gets on board to this giant celestial face, and then there was a whole bunch of animals that also went on board, um, and then right after that, there was this very famous reference of the of Adam and God touching fingers, right? And it was Peter Quill and Adam doing that, and that was a very deliberate reference to that one painting. So I don't really have thoughts to like form like a connection of like, oh, this is supposed to be a metaphor for something, and that I don't really have the brain for that right now, at least. Yeah, these are just stuff I've noticed in the movie. Um, yeah, I don't really know. I don't know. I'm just tired, man. Had a late night playing Four Souls, and I won. Yay! Yeah, yeah, yeah. Four Souls. That's another thing that I could talk about. Part two of this video. It's actually a Four Souls commentary. So, yeah, we had fun with that movie, and I'm no longer gonna talk about it. So you can turn off if you don't care. Um, yeah. So Four Souls, it's very intriguing, right? We still haven't gotten through all of the cards in the room deck, the monster deck, and the treasure deck, right? So we're only playing with uh, cards we haven't seen before. So, I mean, that technically includes old cards that we have seen before, but basically, we want to play with every single card, um, and then we'll shuffle them all after we've been through them all. So that's been a experience, right? Um, Playing with the new characters. Yeah, the triangle character, young Venus, is what Big D played as, and that character, like I knew that character was good, and like even not having any gameplay experience because he's basically a better his eternal item is basically a better blank card, and that's insane because so let's say somebody plays like a really good card like the Judgment or Gold Bomb, right? Well, he could just copy that. Like as long as it's in the discard, I'm pretty sure he can just copy it. So that's insane, right? So, but I've noticed that he only did it mostly with money. Um, and my friend, his girlfriend, had the Judgment, and she didn't play it when I was winning because she was dead and because she was lost and she forgot to use Holy Mantle to save herself because we were just all tired at like 12 o'clock at night, um, after watching a very taxing movie, right? Um, but anyways, I was able to get the R key, so you discard all your souls. Like everybody discards all their souls that they've collected, and all their loot cards, um, and then loots three, right? So people had 2 to 3 souls, and I, even including myself, and then I just wiped it all out. But what makes it so good is that I was called the Empty, which has the eternal item, the Abyss, where if you destroy an item, you get to put a counter on it. Every 2 counters, it's a damage up, right? So early game, suck balls, does nothing for you. Late game, hooey. So we basically started fresh when I had like 2 or 3 counters. Insane! Insane! Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah. Yeah. So that was insane. And I don't know. I don't know if my friend was trying to win. Like, I don't know if Big D was trying to win. He probably didn't realize the significance. So we're both like helping each other out. Like all 3 of us were like doing favors for each other, and I asked him to use his giant wood hammer to put skeleton key on the market, and so basically, when he does that, all other players can uh, bid their money for the item, and they have to play they have to uh, the person who wins the bid has to pay the player with the active item. Uh, and I was coaxing him to use that so I can buy certain items, like especially not good ones, just so I'd have more items to destroy, right? But I didn't really take advantage of that because I decided for him to bid skeleton key, which I was able to buy for 5 cents. Such a steal! And with my damage, I could not realize, like I could not believe that he didn't realize the powerful synergy. I had 4 damage total, right? Six counters, so +3 damage, including +1 from, just my base character. So I was able to just keep attacking and win. It was that easy. Uh Good times. That was such a fun game. Yeah. Using Constellation Prize, right? Yeah, basically, at the start of the game, there was Charmed Monstro, right? And so I killed Charmed Monstro and then gave it to a player, and then bought Constellation Prize from the shop later on, which between uh, that at the beginning and having like no souls, and then having wiping all souls out, and then having my friend uh, have like 2 souls while I had 0, I was able to stack up on so many good loot cards because Constellation Prize is basically loot X, where X is the number of souls the most player, or tied for the most souls has, minus how many souls you have. So if you have 0 souls and someone has 2 souls, then you loot 2 extra on your loot step. If you have, if they have 2 souls and you have 1 soul, then you loot 1 extra, so 2 total, and that paid dividends, right? And when it was no longer of use, when I tied with souls, I just destroyed it for half a damage up. So good. Ugh. Anyways, this video is 20 minutes long in its length, so it's pretty lengthy, and I'm just gonna rest here back on my couch, and yeah. Oh, I also bought a new skateboard. Um, here. wow, look at this bad boy. Wow. Money shot. Yeah, so I bought that yesterday, and I've been having fun learning to ride it. But I don't know, is it just me with my energy stuff? Or like, is learning to skateboard actually like so exhausting? It requires so much cardio. It's insane with like the the mus the leg muscles, like, and like, when you go over like a bumpy like uh gravel and concrete, and it just the board just vibrates, and it vibrates all your like feet muscles. It's a weird feeling that just makes your feet sore. And but I've been having fun with it. So I'll be a skater boy. She said, "See you later, boy." Um, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I got nothing else. Got nothing else. Starting my job next month. Going back to housekeeping. We'll see how that goes. Wish me luck. Yeah, nervous when it comes to my physical health and energy. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I just want to get my life back on track. I want to do stuff. Right? I feel like I'm a novelty seeker now. I'm always trying to seek out novel experiences. Um, and I've been doing that lately, and it feels so great, so freaking great. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's exhausting though. Like that's why I've not really been uploading too many videos. Is just because there's just so much just on my mind, and so much other stuff I'm doing. But I think it's great that I'm uploading this one. Yeah, I've been doing. You know, couple things I've been doing more of is like this, or like this, and also saying "man" a lot more. Like, yeah, man. Like, even to my mother. Uh, I think that's really the side effects of cannabis. Yeah, I'm a coastal cannabis skater boy. Yeah, after like being all sweaty after skateboarding, just jump straight into the ocean. It feels so good. So good. Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. Went to bed at like just past 1:30, and then had to get up at like, or woke up at like 6 to 6:30 because Big D had to leave in the morning. Yeah. But then I'm gonna have tacos today. Tacos. God, I'm still so skinny. Still so skinny. Oh my god. I think that's really it. I think that's all for now. It's 25 minutes. So that's it. See ya. Like and subscribe. Please.